Howdy, everybody. It's the Music Optimist. Today I'm talking about my top 10 favorite female singers, female vocalists. I'm only doing this one now because I'm locked in. I, I, I originally did this list in September 12th, 2017, and then last year in June 18th, I redid the list. Um, what happened was I went down the entire list and then I found out, oh my God, I don't know what I'm talking about. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But let's now talk about what I know what I'm talking about now. We'll go off the old list and we'll compare, I guess. In my old list, number 10 is Adele. She was replaced by Lord. Never seen a diamond in the flesh. Cut my teeth on wedding rings. I honestly don't. I mean, Lord's cool. I don't know why. Um, she was on my original list too. I guess I was just thinking, and I was like, I kind of like her voice, and I put her on the list. So, yeah. Spoiler alert. She's on the old list too. I don't know. I mean, she did good enough to make my new list at number 10. It's just a weird one. Number 9 is Dido. Sorry to say, Dido has fallen off the list. If you saw my top 10 favorite albums of all time, I did do that, didn't I? No Angel was one of my favorite albums of all time. I think it's top to bottom a perfectly flawless album. I think it's so good. And that's why I put her on this list. But then upon listening to the rest of her music, I was just very underwhelmed. Just like not a big not a big fan. She's been replaced by Daya. D for D. Daya, sit still, look pretty, don't let me, don't let me, don't let me down. Don't let me down, don't let me down. Um, yeah, I mean, Daya is cool. Like, um, yeah, I'll, yeah, Daya's cool. We'll get back to her. To be continued. Number 8 on my old list was Lord. As we see, she dropped 2 points. Um, Number 8 on my list now is Rihanna. Um, Rihanna was on my old list as well, and it's kind of surprising seeing her so far down. But this list, I mean, there is a lot that I took off the list and a lot that I moved around. Um, Rihanna is my wife's favorite, one of my wife's favorites, if not my wife's favorite. And she's awesome. I love Rihanna. Start to finish, going on her journey was so amazing. Adele, we wait. We're going to look at the old list. Lord was fine. Um, and Daya was cool as well. Dido was not. Dido had No Angel, and then there were some hits here and there. Um, there were some songs that I liked, but not enough to make my new top 10. Rihanna's really, really cool. Um, as we saw, Lord drop 2 points. Number 7 is on my old list, Rihanna. So she dropped a point. Number 7 on this list is Christina Grimmie. Rest in peace. I'll probably talk more at length about her when I start talking about her albums, but really sad situation what happened with her. It's not even a situation. It's a tragedy. It's not a tragedy. It's a fucking murder. Somebody murdered her. It's fucked up. I mean, I remember where I was. I guess I'll talk more about it here because with her talking about her albums, I don't want to focus too much on that aspect. I want to focus on her talent and the joy she brought to this world. Uh, Christina Grimm, when I was in high school, there was this girl. Um, that we went to school with. She lied about, she was an habitual liar. She lied about what grade she was in. She was actually a middle schooler, but she lied that she was like in ninth grade. She just lied about the most insane shit. She showed me this girl, Zelda X Love. Is it Zelda X Love 94 or 96? Zelda X Love 64. Oh, because yeah, the Nintendo 64. Duh. And Christina, she she showed me this girl and Zelda X Love 64, and then I would come to find out the girl behind the YouTube channel is Christina Grimmie. And it was a Paramore cover. It was a Paramore mashup, or it was if it wasn't that, it was a different video. But then I looked her up when I got home, and I was like, she has a Paramore cover. Oh, cool. And then I was just like, man, I just like her voice a lot. And then I loosely followed her career. When I saw that she was employed by Disney, I was like, oh, she's about to like blow up. She's about to do some crazy numbers. And that didn't really go skyrocketing, like amazing. But she kept up like a really good like career path, and she's still young. And then she did the X Factor, and I don't think, did she win? Christina Grimmie, did she win or did she finish second? I don't remember if she won or not. Oh, she did The Voice. She didn't do the X Factor. She finished in third place. Yeah, it's really, really fucked up. She was. I remember where I was. I was working at Walmart. I had just woken up. It's early in the morning. Back then, my wife, she'd be asleep. She'd be just getting up, kind of like just, she was on her phone. I'm dressing up, and she goes, someone named Christina Grimmie was shot and killed, and my whole world stopped. It was like, fuck, my heart, and I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, she was shot and killed. What's going on? What's wrong? And I was like, I love Christina Grimmie. I think she's really, what? Like, I was fucking blown away, and it still hurts. Such a young, talented person just being cut down like that. It's fucked. Yeah, Christina Grimmie. It was a pretty. I felt, I heard a lot of Kelly in there. I heard a lot of influential stuff. Christina Aguilera. I heard a lot of stuff like that. Like a lot of mixture. I think Christina Grimmie was very talented. Definitely deserves to be on my list. She's also on my OG list. And so is Daya. Yeah. Number 6 on my OG list was Daya. She dropped significantly, three spots. Replacing her is Kelly Clarkson, who wasn't on my OG list at all. Kelly Clarkson, I felt like was in maybe I thought was too easy of a pick for some reason. She's the first American Idol. My wife loves Kelly Clarkson as well, and damn it, I do too. Kelly Clarkson is amazing, and going through her entire discography, I think she was a request. She was a requested artist, and I went through her entire discography, and I was like, this is great. Had a great time with her. Definitely deserves to be on my list. Number 5, this is crazy. On both lists is Alessia Cara. I put Alessia Cara on here because I love her voice. I love her style. She's great. I don't know what else there is to say. She's just really great. That's crazy that she didn't drop though. Number 4 on my OG list is Christina Grimmie. Now, while I like Christina Grimmie just fine, I think she's great. I don't think she was bad by any means. There were artists that I thought were better, that I put above her, such as the original number 10 on my list, Adele. What the fuck was I thinking putting Adele at number 10? What was it? Adele is amazing. And yeah, definitely deserves to be that high up. Um, Going off from here, two have completely fallen off. Number three on my OG list is Lily Allen. Lily Allen has no right being that high, or being on my list at all, but especially being that high. Number three, woo! What the fuck was I thinking? Lily Allen's fun, but she's not. She's not on my list. I replaced her with somebody that I've spoken about before. I had to be true to myself, and I had to include like lead singers, as well. But if they have their own like solo works as well, that's what pushes me to like, okay, I'll settle for them as, I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Instead of saying, let me just pluck a lead singer. Like if they have solo, you know what I'm trying to say right now. I'm trying to explain myself. It, if this person was just a lead singer and that was it, I wouldn't want to pick them as much, even though I love their voice. But because they have solo stuff, I pick them. It's Jenny Andreka. Um, Jenny Andreka voiced. She's the lead singer. She was the lead singer of Heroes on Parade. I love her voice. I love a lot about her. She's awesome. Yeah, she's number three on my list. Who could possibly top her? Who is going to be above her? On the OG list, number two, Utada Hikaru. Utada Hikaru is not on my list anymore. Simple and Clean, My Sanctuary. I don't really care for the Kingdom Hearts 3 song as much. My Sanctuary, I would say, is even better than Simple and Clean, because of those songs. I put Utada Hikaru up here. So I went down from 1 to 10. I listened to all of them, and I was like, why? So I'm like reconfiguring the list in real time, listening to all these songs and artists and everything. And I found out Utada Hikaru's discography, it's a bumpy road. It's very, very rough to get through. Yeah, we'll talk about it when we get there, but Utada Hikaru is not on this list anymore. Replacing Utada is Hayley Williams, lead singer of Paramore. Has her own solo stuff. The first one is kind of but then she had another one that kind of like blew everyone out of the water. Like, what the hell? Like, surprised everybody. That's really good. Hayley Williams is a powerhouse. Number one for both lists is a big one, very influential to me as a youth, as a young man. It's Selena, and I don't mean Gomez. I mean Quintanilla is Selena, the one and only. You know, again, kind of like with Christina Grimming. Like we lost somebody way too young to gun violence, to, in this case, I think it was theft and jealousy and a bunch of other fucking shit from that whoever, what's her name, Yolanda, really fucked up. And I remember watching the movie when I was young, starring J-Lo, and being captivated, just being like, absolutely. And I listened to the music a little bit before that, and then afterwards, like, I love Dreaming of You. Is probably still my all-time favorite song that she's ever made. But there's so many, like Bitty Bitty Bum Bum, and there's so many. Como la Flor. Como la Flor. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god. And going through her, I went from the beginning to when she was a child, and when she was with the rest of the Quintanilla clan, like just all of them singing together. I listened to, or I tried to anyway, but I listened to as much as I could that was still around. And wow, just a just a great experience. Yeah, I do have Hispanic blood, and I do like feel very connected with it, but not as connected as I would love to be. Selena's one of those connectors like that. Just yeah, I love Selena. Um, that's my list, top 10. Let's go over them real quick one more time. The new list: Lord, Daya, Rihanna, Christina Grimmie, Kelly Clarkson, Alessia Cara, Adele, Jenny Andraka, Haley Williams, Selena. That's it, you guys. Take care. Have a good one. Yeah.